All right, so this is Kelly from Hills, Do's, and Wheels Mobile Home Investing Course, and today we're going to talk about seller financing. A lot of times you will have investors who enjoy seller financing their homes out. Me and my brother, we don't like seller financing our homes out because what happens when you're seller financing your home out is just like buying a car. There's a certain amount of years that the person is going to seller finance the home from you. After those years are up, then guess what? The mobile home is going to belong to that end buyer, and that's not what we choose to do, especially when mobile homes have a life expectancy of anywhere between 55 to 60 years, depending upon when you purchase the mobile homes, okay? So today we're going to be talking about seller financing, okay? Now, there is a method that a lot of investors use, and it is when they seller finance a property from a seller. So when would that happen? So they would seller finance from a seller if maybe the mobile home is too pricey, they cannot afford the mobile home. And so what would happen is they would go to the seller, they would say, hey, I cannot afford the mobile home. This is what the investor would tell the seller: I cannot afford the mobile home. I do not have the cash, but can I seller finance the home from you? Will you take a down payment, and then will you accept payments? That's what a lot of investors do. The thing with that is it's kind of hard to find somebody who's willing to do that. Find a seller who's willing to seller finance their property on payments to an investor. That's the hard thing. And another hard thing about it, 9 times out of 10, an investor is not going to want to live in the mobile home. This is one of our mobile homes. I do not want to live here. I want to rent it out. So what's going to happen is if I try to seller finance this property from somebody who was selling it back in the day when we did purchase it, I would be on payments and I would have a renter in this home. But I also have to ensure that I am going to be making some type of profit. Now the profit is going to be small, and the reason why it's going to be small because guess what? I have to pay the seller, because remember, I am making payments to the seller. And if the mobile home is inside of a park, guess what? I'm also going to have to pay lot rent. That's another thing. Another thing that can happen when you're seller financing a property from a seller, another thing that can happen is when you have a tenant, and the tenant does not pay. This is why we like dealing with Section 8, because it's guaranteed money. When you have a tenant and the tenant doesn't pay, guess who has to pay? It is you that has to pay. You have to pay. As the investor, you are going to have to pay. Maybe you're going to have to go to court to get that particular tenant out. See, so many pieces to a puzzle when you're dealing with seller financing a property out from a seller because you cannot afford to purchase the mobile home for one reason or another. In my course, I teach you how to get business lines of credit, business credit cards, and I also show you how to purchase mobile homes using your credit cards and your business lines of credit. That's how me and my brother have, purchased so many properties over the last 4 years, guys. We've only been in business for 4 years, believe it or not, and we have acquired 18 mobile homes. We already had 2 single-family homes that were, and all of them are paid for, guys. All of them are paid for. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys. In the beginning, I was like, oh man, I don't want to borrow anybody's money. I don't want to borrow the bank's money. I want to use my own money. Guys, that is the wrong thing to do. What you need to be doing is using other people's money. Don't use your own money. So you need to have your business set up. Do not use your own money, okay? Because what happens is when you have business credit and business lines of credit, it does not reflect on your personal side. In the beginning, I was like, no, I don't want to be dealing with the banks. I want to save my money up. I want to buy the mobile homes. Me and my brother, we want to buy the mobile homes. We don't want to be in debt. But guys, there's a difference between good debt and bad debt. Good debt is when you have an investment that is bringing you in residual income. Bad debt is when you're buying stuff that's not going to bring you a return on your money. Fancy shoes, fancy purse, fancy car. Those types of things are not going to bring you in any residual income. Things like mobile homes, things like real estate, things like buying land, things of that nature that's going to potentially bring you in residual income, that is called good debt, okay? But you want to buy these things with other people's money. You do not want to use your own money, okay? So this is Kelly from Hills, Do's, and Wills Mobile Home Investing course, and I actually teach this in my course, how you go about getting business lines of credit, how you get business credit cards, how you purchase mobile homes using business lines of credit and business credit cards. I show you how to do that in the course, okay?